I invite you to come to a seated position. Your legs can be extended out in front of you, or they can be crossed. You might be sitting in a chair, or on the ground, or in bed. It doesn't matter where you are. Just make sure that you are comfortable and that you are in a position so that you can extend through the crown of your head and lengthen through the spine. And start to take notice of your breath and the quality of your breath. Not trying to change it, but just noticing where you are. Take notice of the quality of your mind and your thoughts, the sensations in your body. Once again, not trying to make any changes at this present moment, but meeting yourself where you are with compassion. Now inhale and send your breath deep into the pit of your belly. And then release. On your next inhale, you're going to place your hands at your womb space or just below your navel if you do not have a womb. And send the breath deep into the belly once more, allowing the belly to expand into your hands. And as you exhale, allow the belly to settle. Breathe in once more. Send the breath into the belly, expand through the belly, into the hands, and even through the lower back. See if you can take your focus inward into the circumference of your waist. And as you breathe in, expand your waist all the way around. And then exhale and let it all go. Allowing yourself to ground into the present moment. Taking control of the breath. Try to make your inhales at equal length with your exhales. This equal breathing will help to bring clarity to the mind. As you drop deeper into your breathing, we'll begin to take the focus to the area around the heart space. The heart chakra, anahata, our place of compassion, love, devotion, a place that can be easily wounded, a place that can be easily scarred. Sometimes we approach situations in this life that deepen these wounds. And when we experience this pain, we start to build an armor around our hearts. Take a moment to think about how you may have built an armor around your heart and what that looks like for you. What does it look like in your body, in the way that you hold yourself? What does it look like for you energetically, in the way that you feel? What does it look like for you in your mind, in the words that you think to yourself, about or about others? Take a moment to notice these ways that your armor shows up, without judgment, without victimization of the self, but just taking note. And as you start to think about this armor, remember to stay connected to your breath. Breathing deeply into the pit of the belly, expanding around the circumference of the waist, equal breathing. Now that you've taken a moment to think about what your heart shields look like, we're going to summon the energy of this full moon to help us melt away this armor, so that we may be open to receiving love, to receiving compassion, so that we may be vulnerable, and so that we may be met with vulnerability. Continue breathing deep into the pit of the belly. And in your mind's eye, visualize that you are sitting outside on the earth. What does it feel like to be held by the earth? Imagine the comfort, the support, the stability. And now visualize that just above you is the bright, gleaming, full moon. Its light is shining down on you, directly into your heart space. It feels soothing and calm, slightly warm in nature. But also cooling, comforting. And as this light shines down upon your heart, imagine that it begins to shine through whatever armor is being held there. The light is dissolving the armor around your heart. What does it feel like to have this armor melt away from your heart center? Do you feel lighter? More at ease? More connected to your true self? Take a moment to meditate on what it feels like as this armor is stripped away by the nurturing light of the full moon. Continue to breathe deep into the belly. And continue to feel into the opening of your heart space. Now come back to yourself. And once again, start to evaluate how you feel. Notice the quality of your breath at this point in your meditation. Notice the quality of your mind, the sensations in your body, if there are any. And most importantly, notice your heart space and how it feels now that you have allowed the light of the full moon to melt away the armor. Take a few more deep breaths and bring yourself back to the present moment, back to the space in which you were sitting. Slowly begin to wiggle your fingers and wiggle your toes. And then slowly open your eyes. Noticing if your heart feels just a little bit lighter than it was when you started this practice. Sometimes our armor runs deep, and it can take time to melt away what we've built up. But always meeting ourselves with compassion first is the best way to embark in this process. So come back to this meditation whenever you feel like you need a little bit of assistance from the light of the full moon to help you melt away your armor. Until next time, love and moonlight. Namaste.